It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he's a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to get this one all the way up to about he'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Now let's go! Blue, Landy! Blue!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now let's go! Green, 39! Green, 39!
They're going to look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Throwing is Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jackson certainly giving the Ravens a spark in his rookie year. He's got them on the move with a 1st down.
Gun!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On second down, Ingram. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Ravens averaged exactly 4 yards per rush in 2017, and that's what they need here, 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And this one is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Jackson. Out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
From the gun, it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Over the middle, complete. That's Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And coming out now, the Broncos. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On third down, that's Lindsey. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. We got three, fellas. We got 3. Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They're going to try and throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff looking right. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens will extend their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Set. Green, 39.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They'll let this thing go for Sanders. It got his man complete. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 52 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep in the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sutton. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos get a bit closer. McManus's point after is good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw is Jackson, being chased out left. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Jackson on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. A huge play there for Denver. 54 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ingram again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
You got him. You got him.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff for Dixon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a handoff to Ingram. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dancing to his left. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
second down, it's Dixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jackson from the shotgun, forced out to his left. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 42 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
Gun, 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 gun.
Jackson to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and 19. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock, so tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. Finds, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. This defense not going to lag back. They come with pressure that time, force him out of the pocket, and the incompletion.
And so many times when you're watching a game, you're seeing the offense doing all the dictating. In this case, the defense said, we're dictating the terms, and turned it loose towards him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
Now they'll try to close it out now. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Ravens, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Denver, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a home date next.
I let my birds come in. Sounds like I got seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle. LAD load the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flat. I got it in the back. Ladies, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, come at. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat.